Watch out, YouTube. SNL is back with a banging new season. Welcome to the Sunday Night League. We're here with the Support Cup, the Porsche Cup for Season 2, Round 1. And we are overly excited about this one. Absolutely. You're going to have to bear with me because I am new to the group. I am new here. I'm the new boy, so just give me a second or two to grab my bearings. I've got to get everything up on Discord, all the information that I need to tell you what you need, and then we're all on the same page. We're here with the Sunday Night League using GT Sport as our game of poison. And this is the support for the Formula X, the Porsche car. Already I've tumbled over myself. Terrible. Sorry. Here we go. Let's calm down. Let's take a breather and let's find all the information. I can't find it. Eek. Porsche Season 2 league details. That's what I want. So here it is. I'll get you up to speed. What is the Porsche Cup? The Porsche Cup is the one-make series using the Group 3 Porsche 911 RSR 2017 and supports the Formula X World Championship. Each round begins with a 10-minute qualifying session before the race, which is over 40 miles. Racers will have standing starts with jump starts turned on. Drivers are free to choose their race tyres from the available compounds, hards, mediums, softs or super softs. However, they can only use the compounds once in a race. Sorry, I'll get better, honestly, promise. Stick with it. Pit stops are allowed and drivers can choose not to change their tyres when they refuel. The championship overview. Championship points are available for the top 3 positions in qualifying, final finishing positions and fastest laps of the race. A drop score system will be in place, which means that points scored at a driver's worst round will not count towards their end of season points total. We've told you, we're using the Group 3 Porsche car, which I've already said, and there is no tuning allowed. Qualifying. A 10-minute qualifying session will determine the grid for the race. Qualifying will not be restarted for late arrivals, but can be delayed for 5 minutes. If you don't need to know all that. Yes, so the top 3 of qualifying get points. Oh, I can't find it though. 14. Right, here we go. Yeah, qualifying points are: first you get 5 points, second you get 4 points, and third you get 3 points. But you get shoved to the back of the grid and start from there. We're using all the tyre compounds. The race star, I've told you that. We're using tyre wear ×8. Fuel rate is ×6. The BOP is off, but the cars will run at 100% power and weight. Tuning is prohibited. It's a standing start, and everything else seems to be the basics. There is the qualifying starting now, so it's exciting stuff. All I can tell you is Rob on drums is the reigning champion from Season 1. I'm trying to find... Oh, I think he gave me this. So here we go. We're into the qualies now. This is exciting times. Oh, what am I doing? I want jam. And I want to see... is that the Porsche? That's the Porsche table from last season. Like I said, Rob on drums was your reigning champion, followed very closely by Digital Blasphemy on 223 points. What's going on? There we go. And get rid of those numbers. No one wants to see those, do they? Well, that is a lovely, lovely livery by GT Racer. The Martini, I've got to get used to people's liveries. There we go, a Rizzler DB4M from Digital Blasphemy. I have commentated on Digital Blasphemy before in the Amigos Racing group, and also I think 1 or 2 VRC races. So Digital Blasphemy, he's dropping behind. He's going to qualify on the racing softs. It's all shifted around now, so let's go to the front here. We've got GT87 Slippy out there. Oh, this is awful camera angle. Let me see if we can get closer. There you go. Donning Michelin tyres. I think they're all on the Michelins. I can't see a proper sponsor on that one, so we'll just call it the Green Canary. Cinemod. Oh, maybe it's the GT87 livery. No sponsors. So the GT87 team's out there with Slippy and Cinemod. And then we have a GT Racer in a lovely looking Martini livery there. Jokers, I'll see if they've got team numbers. Here we go. Well, GT Racer 0, but he's got number 9 on his car. Ooh, that's annoying. Jokas is 80. He's got his number on his flag. I like it. I like it a lot. So a Joker's there. Oh, GT Slippy's gone in to change those softs for possibly super softs. Like I said, they can change their tyres in qualifying, but the tyres they choose to begin with is what they will start the race on. Wow, the chat's gone crazy. Flashman saying evening all. Jam saying, oh, that sounds good. Mr. Salmon saying, ooh, hello. Pat saying the voice sounds familiar. Hang on. Hiya. Mika saying evening. Matt with a wave. Loik saying go go ESRM Crispu. And Pat saying a ching ching. So there we go, we've got Cinemod. He's at the front of the pack at the moment. He's on his fastest lap, sorry. So busy reading things. Everywhere else, I'm not seeing what's happening on track. So Cinemod, car 11. I like car 11, it's a good number that. He's making his way around now to lay down the first gauntlet for the people out there to beat, the other sim racers, the e-sportiers. GT Racer, second on track, making his way around. All of these guys want that 5 points for pole position. And Jokas is out there with car 80. Sponsor Tag Heuer. They don't want to sponsor GT Sport, but they're quite happy to sponsor Jokas. We have ESRM. I'm not going to keep reading the initials. Crispu. Hello, Crispu. He's out there in an ESRM liveried car, and Cinemod has laid it down for us all to see with a 130.5. Can GT Sport? GT Racer has notched him down by 600th there with a 130. Joker's just crossing the line with a 130.9. Chris Boo also putting in a lap time of a 131.160. Waiting for Slippy to cross, but that was an outlap, so it doesn't count. But there is the reigning champion, only 5th fastest, a 131.2. And Digital Blasphemy goes pole so far with a 129.754. Lewis Motorsports goes second fastest with a 130.2, and that car is on fire. So someone get me some water. Car 44 out there. And who else has crossed the line then? Because that's it. We're waiting for Slippy to get their outlap done, and Ranger is still on his outlap, but it's not looking good. Possibly had an off there in car 99. He's going into the pits with his racing softs, possibly to put some super softs on. Jim in the chat saying evening thingy, and Guesty saying evening all. So Digital Blasphemy sitting on pole so far. Mama Sykes is in the room saying hello thingy, hi everyone. So Digital Blasphemy out there on pole so far. Lewis Motorsports there is only 4/10 behind though. Let's watch this lap, see if they get any purples to match his car. GT Racer has now put in another lap. Let's put him in third. Joker's also bettering his lap and sitting in 5th place. Chris Boo has gone faster and he's taken a second spot there. Is that the German flag? I believe it is. No, it's not. It's what's that? Romanian, I believe. I'm rubbish with my geography. And Slippy has put in a time. Slippy has put a time in good for 8th place, and we're waiting for Ranger to cross the line to see what sort of... Oh no, he's gone in the pits, didn't he? So okay, a Ranger, he's going to leave it right till the very last minute. Digital Blasphemy also going into the pits. Chris Boo staying out there on his softs. Lewis into the pits maybe to put some super softs on to try and get a last minute clanger. We will have to wait and see. Pat saying it is Romanian. You are correct. Only just though, Pat. I said German at first. It looks, my colour must be a bit weird on my TV. Super Gaming is saying good luck everyone. See you in Formula X. Am I doing Formula X? No one mentioned that. I thought I was just doing the Porsches. So this, yes, Digital Blasphemy, he's trying to protect that pole with a set of super softs with only just under 4 minutes remaining of qualifying. He's going to have to get a shifty on. And Cinemod going faster into second place for Cinemod. Cinemod on an absolute push. So, yes, Cinemod on those super softs. So he's going to try and start the race on super softs. Those tyres will not last very long with times 8 wear. Also in the chat we have Luik ESRM Tilo saying go buddies, Ranger Digital, Chris Boo and Luis. Rob on drums has put in a time, but he's only good for 5th place so far. The reigning champion with the number 1 on his car. Evans Drumlands. There must be a make of drums, I'm guessing, or a shop that sells drums with drum heads. Oh, Evans Drum Heads. Yeah, there must be a make. The American out there on the super softs with a 130.1, 400ths off of Chris Boo, and only just under 4/10 off of that pole time. Digital Blasphemy on an outlap. Remember, he's just coming around. We're here at the Red Bull Ring. I don't know if I told you that. For season 2, round 1. This is the first one. You've missed nothing this season if you are joining us now. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe, because SNL wish you to. They really want it. They love it. I'm in competition with last season's views, so I'm going to try and beat. That's my race, to try and beat last season's views here. So a Cinemod, he's only 9 thousandths off that pole, but those tyres are looking pretty wrecked now with only 2 minutes to go, and he's got no time to change them. Jam says not too bothered. All right, then don't worry about liking it. Do what you like, Jam says. So Jam, our host for the evening, I don't know why he doesn't take part. I think he's saving himself for the Formula X. Rob on drums, he's going into the pits. Will it be enough time to get some new tyres on that and around to the line? It is a short lap. A 129, sorry, is pole. OK Ranger has put a nut time in, good for 8th place there, 600ths ahead of Slippy. Car 17, the GT87, green colours, and the other GT87 sat in second, looking very good to get, is it 3 points for 2nd place? It's going to take me a while to get used to all these rules, so bear with me indeedly. So I'll go back to the SNL Discord, because that's where it told me where the points were for qualifying. I've got to go down to Porsche League details, boop, boop, boop. And where is the bit where it tells you? There you go, 5th, 4th and 3. Someone else has set a time, Digital Blasphemy, extending that pole position up to 8/10 away from Lewis Motorsports. That's a new one. So Lewis, we saw him putting fresh rubber on, and it's done him well. He's got himself 2nd place from Cinemod. I don't think Cinemod can do anything about it with those tyres. And we're looking into the chat. Endurance Not saying evening all. I'm on daddy duty, but we'll be with you all for Formula X. And Jam says it's a full grid, signed up anyway. We do have a full grid, and we've only got 9 people here, but it's a full grid. Slippy going across the line to see. Slippy, I mean, is going to... he's got to find himself 600ths on his 31.5. Digital Blasphemy absolutely blowing the rest of the field away. OK Ranger going faster again, and so Jokas. Jokas is in that hot spot for 3 points in 3rd place, and the timer has run out, and this is the final laps for those of them who are out there. Digital Blasphemy, he's the man on pole. Lewis wants to beat him. He does not. So Lewis starting on 2nd, unless there's anyone else out there that can go faster. Digital Blasphemy's got purples. It's Jokers we want to see. He's the biggest threat at the moment. I don't think Cinemod's going to do it with the old tyres. GT Racer, his tyres are looking pretty torn as well. Chris Boo on those softs. It's going to be hard to stand up against the super softs. Rob on drums. We saw, oh, he's done. He put those tyres on, but I just don't think he ran out of time there. So Jokas is the man. He's just coming around. Well, he's about halfway through. Cinemod's crossing the line, and ooh, he does not go faster, but we did not expect it with those old tyres. Digital Blasphemy just disappeared in front of Jokas, which is helpful for Jokas as he makes his way around, but he's down on his own time, so it doesn't look like he's going to be a threat for the top 2. Any people out there? There is GT Racer making his way around in the Martini number 9, but he's down on time. Chris Boo has just crossed the line and completed. He starts in 6th. Rob, he starts in 7th. OK Ranger in the pits is in 8th, and Slippy is just heading into the pits there in 9th spot. So Digital Blasphemy, it looks like, gets the 5 points, but will go to the back of the grid. Lewis Motorsports grabs the 3 points, is it? 4 second look. I will get it eventually. My phone keeps closing. So every time I want to look. 4 points, sorry. Second is 4 points. He gets the 4 points, but goes to the back of the grid. And Joker's getting 3 points there, but also, well, it doesn't go to the back. I think it's Digital Blasphemy at the back. Lewis will be 8th, and Joker's will be 7th, which makes Cinemod our pole sitter for the race. How very interesting. And Jam is saying lots of apologies tonight due to life. That's why a lot of people couldn't show, which is, that's the way it is. That's why we have drop scores. A little bit of a sip on my warm beverage whilst we wait for the guys will start, and then we'll be asked to exit whilst the host resets up the grid with the top 3 going to the back. But what do they care? They've already got 5 points, 4 points and 3 points in their back pockets. It's going to be about a 40-mile race, and there is going to be your pole sitter, car 11. He's the man I am behind. I like his number. Tactical 4th is a good play, says a Mr. Psycho in the chat, but he is going to be starting on those super soft, so he's definitely going to have to make a pit stop in this race. Luik saying Chris Boo, and there they go. So we'll have a little practice start, and then they will exit. A grid will be reset by the host, and then they will be off ski for some beautiful racing. 9 cars battling it out there for supremacy. Got some A's, B's and C's in there with the driver ratings, but GT Sports driver ratings are pretty bobbins, so we don't take any notice of that as we wait. That's so bad. There we go. We're watching Digital Blasphemy on the pole, and now they will be asked to exit the... He'll get a go though, and there they all disappear, leaving me alone on track, and that's it. Room closed. There you can see the big red bull, the bull of the Red Bull Ring. Very good. I don't know what we can see or look at. Members list, perhaps, to keep it interesting for you. There you go. You can see how people are doing, and there's the settings changed. Everyone will have to now re-enter and get ready for some beautiful racing. I have to remember to go to spectate and not the other one, because I don't want to enter into. It'll be terrible. Noah in the chat saying Bole Chris, Bole Chris. So I don't know what I'm saying there. I could be saying some very rude words, or not, who knows. So they're all sat in the pits awaiting patiently for the new grid to be set up, so our top 3 can go to the back. Ooh, Chris Boo's livery at the back there looks absolutely cracking. The Ramonian. Slippy has not entered yet. He has now, I believe, in his green and white GT87 livery, a GT racer with the martini, shaken but not stirred, and Jokas in his red and black Porsche. But it is going to be a Cinemod we're going to see on the front of the grid. He's going for super softs, a brave move. Most of them out there on the soft tyres. GT racer also looking to start on those super softs, and Jokas on softs. Jam asking if we're ready. I'm going to get in there with a K. My good friend Pat sent me that way, and that is the way I will go. So how are you guys out there, okay? Do you been following season 1 of the Porsche Cup? You probably all know more than me. You'll have to help me out in the chat when I go amiss, because I'm new. I'm a new boy. And there they are, Cinnamod in his fresh new pole position, looking tight as you like for that first corner. He's got GT Racer. The two on the front are the super soft boys. So let me get all this business sorted out before they start. Looking at Cinnamod as they head up to the first corner. We're waiting for the lights. This is exciting stuff. Oh look, that was the wrong thing to press, wasn't it? It covers all the cars up. Rubbish. What a fool. There's Cinnamod. He's had a great start. An absolute humdinger of a start there. He's way ahead of Chris Abu. Rob on drums though. And Slippy's come through. And oh my God, we've had a bit of an accident there. Chris Abu is off with Rob on drums is off the track. And GT Slippy is there. GT Racers drop down into 5th place. And Cinnamod, this gives Cinnamod the opportunity. He needs to get a rabbit on and get away from these guys. Chris Boo in 2nd. He got back on the track. Rob on drums, reigning champion, but he's going to get a move on by Slippy. Slippy's up the inside again, and oh my lords, Chris Boo off the road, and there's a spin. Oh my lords, Chris Boo off the road. Let's have a quick look and see what happened there. He's doing okay in 2nd spot. He's feeling happy. He's comfortable. He's coming up to the 2nd corner. He's under brakes. Slippy's up the inside, and is there contact? It may have been I don't think so. It just looks like he did it himself. Oh, and then he went in front of Jokus, and that is him at the side of the road. But Cinnamod absolutely flying. 3.5 seconds from Slippy. Slippy in 2nd place ahead of OKC Ranger. I'll just call him Ranger, shall I? Be easier. Lewis and Motorsports in 4th with Rob on drums in 5th place. GT Racer down to 6th spot. Looks like Rob on drums is just about to make a move on Lewis Motorsports, but he can't quite get there. He's going to go for the inside, coming around to the final corner. Can he make it stick? Not quite, and we got Digital Blasphemy right off the road in the background, and in the meantime Cinnamod is laughing. It's a GT87 lockout at the front here. 4.6 seconds for Cinnamod with Slippy in 2nd, but Slippy's got dangers. Slippy and Ranger are having a coming together. That's giving Lewis the chance to go through, and there is Lewis up into 2nd. Rob on drums is up into 3rd. Slippy, he's having to struggle with Ranger, and Ranger's dropped a position as well to Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy up into 5th place. Cracking stuff, and behind them GT Racer in the Martini colours ahead of Jokus, and Chris Boo playing catch up after his spin on the first lap. Cinnamod then leading the way. Those tyres, can they cling on? What we got? 15 laps. We're on lap 2 at the moment. He's 6.3 seconds ahead of Lewis. Lewis on those racing softs, and Rob is up into 3rd on the softs also. Slippy in 4th place, just ahead of a Digital Blasphemy. Let's get on board with Digital Blasphemy and have a look at the battle between Slippy and Rob on drums. Digital Blasphemy looks like he's lining up Slippy. He's going for that outside line, and does he make it stick? It looks like it's all his, and yes. So Digital Blasphemy moves up into 4th place. He was the pole sitter, was he not? So he's already got 5 points in his bag, and now he's 4 points, and there goes. Oh, I thought Slippy was going to have a look up the inside, but had a better think about it and backed out, and now he's got Ranger up behind him, very close, and following them is a Jokas. Joker's just ahead of a GT Racer, and Chris Boo some 4 seconds behind these guys, but I believe pit stops will bring him back into it. Cinnamod, look at that, 5.5 seconds ahead of Lewis and Motorsports. Cinnamod doing a 30.5 his first lap, Lewis doing a 31.7, and Digital Blasphemy at 31.6. We saw he was the pole sitter, the fastest man out there on those racing softs at the moment, being followed by the reigning champion Rob on drums, the American, absolutely relentless in his pursuit of a Digital Blasphemy. Slippy holding that 5th place, a second behind Rob now, and he's only just under half a second ahead of a Ranger. Joker's there sitting very tight behind a Ranger, whilst GT Racer purviews them from 8th spot. And you can see Chris Boo already catching up, nearly a second on those guys ahead of him. This race is full of action. Cinnamod getting purples. Right, what have we missed in the chat? So, Loic saying Chris Boo, Noah saying Bola Chris, I saw all of them. Matt saying standing starts are the biz. Loic saying seriously Slippy, and Loic saying go Lewis. So Cinnamod, he's the man on top of the pile at the moment, 6 seconds ahead of Lewis Motorsport, 2 seconds ahead of a Digital Blasphemy. And Rob on drums, he has not left. He's not dropped back in any more than a second behind Digital Blasphemy. He fancies this, he's being clever, boxing clever, sat in 4th place, keeping his tyres fresh. Ooh, skidding it through that first corner though. I say, as he says, I say he's keeping his tyres fresh. You hear him eking the way through turn 1. 3 seconds adrift now is Ranger. He's got himself ahead of Slippy. Slippy maybe losing a little bit of traction with those tyres. He's got Jokers. Jokers has got himself ahead of GT Racer as well. We're seeing a lot of action down the back. Oh, I'm missing. And there is Chris Boo. He's caught the pack up. He's back in the game. No one can hold this ESRM driver down. He is back, baby. So in the lead, Cinnamod, the man, the dude, the legend, flying high. 6.3 seconds ahead of Lewis Motorsport, but he's got to get that time because those racing super softs, I think, will not make the end of this race. We are on lap 4 now of 15, and he's absolutely belting it away from the rest of the crowd, but they are on racing softs. Therefore someone else was on super softs. Where are we? No, softs. Ooh, a little knock on Rob on drums, was it there from Jokers? Oh, I don't know, there's something happening down the field here. And GT Racer, he's gone to build a sandcastle, see how they look. And Cinnamod crosses the line to start lap 5. Lewis Motorsport's got the fastest lap with a 129.9. And he's buzzing along. Digital Blasphemy keeping up with him. And he's shaken off Rob on drums at this point in the race, with Ranger in 5th, just ahead of Slippy, and Joker's there 7th, but Joker's under threat. The Polish player is being threatened by the Romanian, and GT Racer losing a lot of time with his sandcastle. So Cinnamod 6 seconds, and now, and in the chat we've got Loic saying proud of you, baby Chris Boo. Hey, that's what I'll start calling him. If you start giving nicknames to people, they stick. So Cinnamod then leading the way from Lewis. Lewis fighting hard with Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy had just taken the fastest lap on lap 4. The pole sitter with 5 points already in his pocket. On a go-go right there, chasing Lewis Motorsports down. Rob on drums slipping back a little bit, but is he being clever with his tyres? Who knows? He's 2/10 faster than he's gone before. In 5th place, OK Ranger still holding that position ahead of Slippy by nearly a second. Slippy doing a 31.1 last time around, Ranger doing a 30.7. And it's race on between the two Porsches there. Baby Chris Boo coming back into it, but Joker's right on his tail and not giving him a second breathing space. This is a sprint, 5 laps of 15, and it's non-stop. GT Racer with great grounds to make up on those super softs. That was the other super soft driver, and he's got to try and keep them tyres as fresh as he can. And there is Cinnamod's tyres. They're starting to look quite burnt out now already, leading this race by 5.2 seconds, but you can see the time is dropping. He did 31.2 his last time around with Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy, it looks like he's made a move. He's made a move on Lewis Motorsport. Let's have a quick look. Here he comes, coming up to turn 2. He's looked up the inside. Is he going to do it? He's there, he's up the inside, and oh, that was tight stuff, but he manages to make it stick, and Lewis Motorsport just has to tuck in behind. Beautiful stuff. So now Digital Blasphemy, the pole sitter, is up into 2nd place with Lewis Motorsport in 3rd. Rob on drums holding on to that 4th place, and Ranger still ahead of Slippy, but still less than a second. So Slippy trying to catch up Ranger, but Ranger's tyres looking in a lot better health than Slippy's, with Chris Boo right on the tail. Let's sit on board with Chris Boo to see if he can make a move on Slippy. GT87 Slippy just in front there. The green and a white Porsche. Ooh, it's very tight there. It looks like he had a little nudge. Robin's racing, they say. And Chris Boo sticking to the back of that Slippy. He's going to get into the toe and try and go up the inside of the first corner. Yes, first corner, sorry. No, he's staying out real wide, swinging it in. Lovely line, lovely line. And oh, he looks like he had a face full of Slippy in the way. He wants Slippy to get a move on. He's got to get through that corner quicker, says Chris Boo. I need to get on. I've lost time here. It looks like he's doing a little bump drafting up the straight, and now he's looking up the inside for the take, but he has not got it. Oh, I thought Slippy was a little heavier on the accelerator there, but he's kept it under control. Fantastic racing down here in 6th and 7th, and Chris Boo looking to make the move, the two green Porsches. And it's side by side possibly as they come up to a very tight corner, very tight corner. They've got to kill that speed, and they do. The ESRM driver ahead now of Slippy. Slippy, I think, struggling with a bit of tyre wear there. It certainly looks that way. So up at the front, the other GT87 car, 5.3 seconds ahead of Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy managing a 30.8 his last time around. Cinemod managing a 30.7. And there goes Cinemod. He's getting rid of the Super Softs. He is getting rid of the Super Softs. Lap 7. We're about halfway. So Digital Blasphemy continues on his softs, but they are looking quite torn up. Lewis and Motorsports there. Moving up into second. Rob on drums in the on the soft tyres. He's decided to make a pit stop as well. It doesn't look like he needs one, but maybe he's putting the Super Softs on. There's a few pitting now, so the order is all shuffling up. Digital Blasphemy leading the way from Lewis and Motorsports, car 44, ahead of Ranger. Ranger opting not to go in. His tyre's not looking too bad, but there's only a quarter of a tank of fuel in that car, so they will not make the end of the race with these fuel tanks. Chris Boo, also a quarter of a tank of fuel, and these guys will all have to pit. Will the guys who pitted before them be in a better position? Possibly. So Mika saying game didn't allow Slippy to change tyres. Oh no, so he's gone back out with he's onto the Super Softs. Oh, so he couldn't change the tyres. So he's got to do the rest of the race. I don't know if the rules are in this they have to change tyres to a different compound. I know that. I think that is the rules. So he may get a penalty for that if the game allowed him it or not. I don't know. That would be a one to sort out with the stewards. Digital Blasphemy getting a wiggle on, coming out of the corner over the curbs. He's leading for now, but Lewis is less than a second ahead behind him in his purple Flamester. The car is on fire, like I say, and he's going in. Both of them have gone in. So Digital Blasphemy, Lewis into the pits, and that gives OK Ranger. What's he going to do? He's going in also. So Chris Boo looking like he's got to go in as well because that fuel is low. Car 32 for the ESRM guys. There he goes into the pits, and Cinemod will retake the lead of this race on the racing soft tyres. And Jam saying don't have to change, but he's gone from softs to supers on our screens. All okay. There you go then. So, yeah, because it was Cinemod that was on the Super Softs, and it was GT Sport, so he's gone on Super Softs now, so everything's tidy. Yeah, he's on the Super Softs, he was on the Softs, so he has changed the tyres. He's down in 7th ahead of Jokus. Jokus on the mediums. Interesting choice for Jokus there on the medium tyres. Slippy moving up into 5th with all these other guys pitting. So the order so far is Cinemod in 1st. Digital Blasphemy, he got in, he got onto some Super Softs, and he's back out right on the tail. And oh my lord, there's been contact. Oh, and he stopped in the middle of the road to try and redress. Move over, move over, move over to the side of the road. Don't get in people's ways. Rob on drums has taken the lead. Where did that come from? He was down in 4th. He's absolutely beasted his pit stop, got some Super Softs on, he's got out there, destroyed his outlap, and he's got himself ahead of Lewis Motorsports and Digital Blasphemy. But Digital Blasphemy and Cinemod having a coming together, with Digital Blasphemy having to wait to redress the situation with Cinemod. OK Ranger is in 5th with Slippy in 6th. Slippy has made a position. I can't remember who was he. No, he was behind OK Ranger, but I thought he was in 7th, possibly not. And Joker's there in 7th with Chris Boo struggling down in 8th. I don't know, it looked like he was going slow in that corner, and GT Racer still trying to make up time, and he's made up a lot of time. He dropped behind quite a bit with his little sandcastle he made, and now he's coming back at these boys. The South African fast man, absolutely fast. So Luke says Mecca Ranger biggest fan, and Jam saying champion showing how he won last season. There he goes, beautiful stuff. So the American, the Yank, is doing absolutely everything he can to show why he is carrying that number 1 on his car. Super duper. With Lewis chasing him down in car 44. With Cinnamod dropping from that first place, with a coming together with Digital Blasphemy, the pole sitter. And oh, the pole sitter, he comes through. It's the speed that Digital Blasphemy can carry through that first corner. The other guys just can't get through it as fast as Digital Blasphemy, and Digital Blasphemy just keeps finding cars in the middle of the corner. He's going for the move. He's going for the move. He's going for an outside though, and Cinnamod protecting that inside line. He slid out a little bit, and Digital Blasphemy, there's nothing he can do from there, and Cinnamod stays in 3rd place. With Digital Blasphemy in 4th, OK Ranger in 5th, ahead of Slippy, 8 seconds now, and Chris Boo, oh, Jokers, oh, because he's gone on those medium tyres. Not sure that was the correct move to make there, Jokas, but we will trust in your judgment. Rob on drums, a reigning champion out there at the moment on those super softs. They will go off before the end of this race with 5 laps to go. He may be in trouble from, well, Lewis is also on those super softs. Cinnamod on the softs with Digital Blasphemy on the super softs. That's why Digital Blasphemy so much faster than Cinnamod. And he's going for the move in the first corner. He's not messing around, and he's up, and he's in, and he's out. In 3rd, super stuff, and he's got 4.7 seconds to find in his pocket to try and catch up Lewis and Motorsports. Whilst Cinnamod is, oh, Cinnamod coming back at Digital Blasphemy into the 2nd corner along the straight. He's got a better line out there on the outside, whilst Digital Blasphemy protects his inside line, and nothing Cinnamod can do there from the outside line, and Digital Blasphemy takes 3rd position. What a race we're having here. So Rob on drums under threat now from Lewis Motorsport. Lewis Motorsport's really fancy in this one. He's just on a 29.9. The fastest lap of the race is a 29.6 by Digital Blasphemy. And Rob on drums under threat. Under threat from Lewis. Lewis giving it great balls. Loic saying, now go my little Ranger. He's in 5th. He's in 5th. He's 4.7 seconds adrift from Cinnamod on those super softs, but Cinnamod's on the soft, so there's not much Cinnamod is going to be able to do at this point. Whilst Ranger, he can fly. He can fly on those super softs. Chris Boo, what a comeback. He's up ahead of Slippy now, and GT Racer and Joker. So Chris Boo, what a comeback, kid, for the ESRM team. Doing them proud, I'd say. Doing them proud out there. We're into the lap 11. They're just starting lap 12, the leaders. And, oh, we missed Lewis. Make the move. Sorry. Let's see if we can catch that. No, he's already done it. I apologise. I don't know when he did it, but he did it. And he's ahead of Rob on drums. But Rob on drums looking like he's got a toe into the 2nd corner, but not enough to get up the inside of Lewis. And Lewis is starting this season with the intention of winning the championship, it seems. So Lewis N Motorsport, sorry, is leading from Rob on drums, but the American is not holding back, and he is up for it. Digital Blasphemy now, since he's been freed by Cinnamod, he's cut down a 2nd lead they guys have got on him, and he is on the hunt for more than the podium. Jam in the chat saying good move into turn 9 by Lewis on Rob. Ah, see, Jam's watching as he's hosting, so he's in the room, he can see it all. So a Cinnamod in for 4.6 seconds ahead of the Ranger giving it some big wellies. Chris Boo 11 seconds behind him. Not much I think he can make of OK Ranger at the moment, but he's got to keep himself ahead of Slippy. Slippy under threat from GT Racer. What a race, GT Racer. It looked like he was out of it, and now he's coming back at Slippy down here for 7th place. Jokers on those medium tyres, I just don't think it was the right choice to make, with Slippy holding that 7th ahead of GT Racer. Lewis so far, he's pulled away from Rob on drums, and he's 1.5 seconds ahead now. The purple beast, the purple monster, The purple flyer is out there. Lewis, car 44. 1.7 seconds ahead of Rob on drums at the moment, with Digital Blasphemy holding that final podium position. He's only 1.5 seconds now from Rob on drums. He's got the fastest lap of the race with a 1:28.865. But is he burning his tyres out? They are a little bit more used than the Americans, and he might not just have the meat on those tyres to finish the job. We will see. Cinnamon doing a cracking job, 3.5 seconds shy of a podium position. But he converted that pole and starting on the super softs, which meant he had to go on to the slower tyre in the second half of the race, which makes it very difficult to defend your position. And OK Ranger 4.5 seconds behind him. He did a 1:30.6 last time around and a 31.1 from Cinnamod. So I think he's probably got enough time to stay there. And Ranger, I don't think he's got enough time to catch him up. And there we go, Lewis going across the line now for starting lap 14, the penultimate lap, and he's 2 seconds ahead of Rob. Rob is in trouble. Rob is really in trouble now from Digital Blasphemy. He's chasing him down as he heads towards the American. He's 4.6 seconds ahead of Cinnamod right now. Let's have a look at Cinnamod and his woes with OK Ranger. OKC Ranger isn't quite there, and I just don't think he's good. He's 30.8 last time around. Cinnamod doing a 30.4 is... he's slower, so he's not going to catch him in these 2 laps. Chris Boo, he's cut down that 11 seconds to 10 seconds, but there's just not enough track time for him to catch up. But wow, he was out of it, wasn't he, on lap 1, and he's got himself up into 6th place ahead of Slippy, who looks like GT Racers looking to make a move on Slippy. He's gone out wide to get a better angle through this corner. Slippy's getting the traction down, he's getting a wiggle on as he's coming out the corner. He's only 6/10 ahead of GT Racer, and GT Racer's giving it great balls with Jokers on those medium tyres. He's going faster than he's gone before, but the mediums, I think they killed his race, to tell you the truth. There is Lewis coming around to complete lap 14 and start lap 15. The man, as well as the livery on his car, is on fire. Loic in the chat saying the race is for digital, and Loic saying a fantastic race, Mr. Boo. You rock in, bro. So there he goes. Lewis is starting his final lap with 2 seconds in his bag with Rob on drums. A 1:30.0 for Rob on drums that last time around. He knows Digital Blasphemy is coming for him, and he's had to pick up the pace. Digital Blasphemy, oh, he's got his wow, we're on the last lap, so fuel doesn't matter now. But Digital Blasphemy absolutely timing his fuel to perfection there. Cinnamod in 4th. Great race from Cinnamod. He's burnt those tyres though, and he's got 3.7 seconds. If he can keep it on the road, that positions his. You can see the car's wiggling out of that first corner. Ranger in 5th. Chris Boo is in 6th. What a comeback. Slippy is 7th, still ahead of GT Racer. GT Racer giving it his all to try and get past, with Jokers on those medium tyres only just starting the last lap. It was not the choice to go. I don't know if it was a slip of the button or he actually wanted to try the medium tyres, but here he is, the man of the moment for round 1 of the Porsche Cup, making his way around 2.7 seconds ahead of the American, who is 1.2 seconds ahead of Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy's pushing, he's got on fumes, he's driving with no weight. The super softs still look quite tidy, and here comes Lewis coming around the final lap. Lewis N Motorsports coming around to take the first win of the season, and there he goes. Congratulations, 2nd place goes to Rob on drums, the reigning champion, and Digital Blasphemy grabs the final podium position. Well done, son. And there is Cinnamod going in 4th, with Ranger bringing her home in 5th spot, and Chris Boo, the ESRM driver, doing an absolutely cracking race. Looked like he was out of it, and he gets 6th place for his woes. Slippy staying ahead of GT Racer in the end, hopefully. GT Racer's closing in fast, but it looks like Slippy is going to keep that 7th spot ahead of GT Racer, who finishes in 8th. And we have the Jokas coming around the final few corners to take 9th place. And I'm not sure mediums was the way to go there, my friend, but hey, got to give everything a go. And that is your man Lewis N Motorsport taking the first win of the championship. Right, there he goes. Well done. Congratulations to Lewis. He got, what, second on the grid or something? I cannot remember. I'll take you to the race results quickly, but I think everything's going to get shifted around, and I've got to close the stream down, ready for Formula X, which will be happening very shortly. So, Lewis takes the win from Rob on drums, and Digital Blasphemy grabs a third. Cinemod in fourth, with Ranger in fifth, Chris Boo in sixth, Slippy finishes in seventh, GT Racer in eighth, and Jokas getting a ninth spot. Digital Blasphemy got the fastest lap. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't read the rules that closely, but I'm pretty sure he'll probably get some points for fastest lap. And he got 5 points for the pole. So Digital Blasphemy probably scored the most out of that. I'm not sure. But well done to Digital Blasphemy and Lewis and Rob. Well done to all of them. They did a great job, and they were very entertaining for all of us. So Jam says this is going to be another tight championship. Joker's saying I made 2 spins, which has killed my race. Oh, it wasn't the mediums, it was the spins. Okie dokie, that was round 1 of the SNL Porsche Cup Season 2. And I've got to wrap it up, and I usually wrap it up with silly names, but should we do that? It's my signature, what the hell. It's not anyone owns it. So I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Justin Hermouth. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Well, I'll see you in about 5 minutes, because we're going to be just kicking it off for the Formula X Season 3, Round 1. Catch us then. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Justin Hermouth. Thank you, and bye. Oh, one last chat. Jam saying, do it. Okay. Bye.